Hey guys, what's up? Happy New Year. Since it is officially the new year, and I know a lot of people are wanting to make this year so much better than last year, I thought I would share with you guys how I plan out my life and set goals for myself. I honestly just find so much peace and joy, making lists and writing things down and checking off boxes of goals that I obtained. I don't know. It's my thing. If you're looking for some planning, goal setting, inspiration, this video is for you. I personally plan on 4 different levels. I know that sounds like a lot, but they all vary in how broad I plan for in terms of time. And to do that, I use 2 different journals, planners, notebooks, whatever you want to call them. So the first is literally just a plain notebook that I set up my daily spreads in. And then I also use a passion planner. So on the very most micro level, I plan out my days in this journal. It's literally just a lined wide ruled journal. This layout is not my own. I have talked about this layout multiple times in my videos, but I found it through Lauren Everett, who hosts the Skinny Confidential. She did a whole TikTok and podcast episode showing you how she plans out her days. So I'll link the podcast episode and the TikTok down below for you guys. Most days when I have a lot of things to do or a lot of little tasks I want to accomplish, I will open a page and fill one of these out. So I fill in kind of the date, obviously, and the mantra, and just kind of a reminder to myself for the day. And then I also kind of have what my entertainment and activities for the day will look like. So I have a space where I write down the podcast I'm listening to that day, the book I am reading, the workout I'm doing, and the music I'm listening to. And then I have a space to write 3 things I'm grateful for. And then I write down how I want to feel, my intentions for myself for the day. And then I write down my top priority for the day. This is the task that I need to get done no matter what. This is first of importance on my to-do list. And then below that, I have a list of pending tasks that I write down, which ideally I would get them all done in a day, but if I don't, it's not a big deal since they're not the top priority. So that is how I plan my days on a micro level. And then the next level is my weekly planning, which happens in my passion planner. I have the undated yearly planner, if anybody's wondering, in medium. So in my planner, I color code everything that I have going on in the week just to give me a nice visual of what my week looks like. So I will time block my week out in order of importance. So for example, work always goes in first because that is what I am literally scheduled to do by my boss. So I will go in, sketch out all of my work shifts in green and block those times off. And then I will move into the next important thing. Time blocking is what's most effective for me. I love having a focus on one aspect of my life for a few hours and then switching my focus to the next. I feel like it is a lot more efficient. It's just a lot less chaotic and definitely helps me split my day into chunks, if that makes sense, so it doesn't feel super overwhelming since you're only focusing on one area of your life and responsibilities at a time. And then I also print out a habit tracker, write down all the habits I hope to practice throughout the week. And then I will cross out and fill in the days that I do that. I'm not super consistent with a lot of these habits, but it's a nice reminder throughout the week to work towards being more consistent. And then I have a personal to-do list and a work to-do list in my planner as well, where I literally just write the things that I hope to get done and hope to accomplish by the end of the week. These, you will notice, will be a little bit bigger and broader than my daily tasks because it's unrealistic to expect yourself to get a bigger, larger project done in a day. And then I use the blank space to kind of map out what I hope to get done for content creation. And then comes monthly planning. I personally like to use these monthly calendar pages as like a mood board slash overview for the month ahead. I like to take a more like artistic approach, hence the mood board being incorporated. That's just a personal choice. It's just fun for me. So what I will do is I will go on to Pinterest and pick a color that represents kind of the vibe for the month. I will just find like quotes, photos, PNGs that like fit, I guess, the aesthetic and vision I have for the month. And then I'll go into the rest of the page and just make it look cute with a freaking marker. Like, it doesn't take much. And then I'll fill in like important dates and things coming up, and also fill in the area on the side of this month's focus, people to see, places to go, which is not much right now. Stay safe, guys. And the list of things I don't want to do. And then I will write in my monthly tasks and projects I hope to complete by the end of the month. So these goals are going to be a little bit bigger than my weekly ones because the time range is bigger. As you can see, I have a pattern. As the time I'm planning out increases, so does the size of my goals. So for example, some of my personal goals this month is to finish my certification. I want to finish a book and start a new one. And I also want to prep for college. And finally, the most macro planning I do is quarterly. Planning out like quarterly goals and stuff like that is a very like businessy thing to do, but personally works for me. I personally like splitting the year up into smaller sections. It just makes it a lot less overwhelming to set goals. I don't know, that's just me and what works for me. And I will use this as kind of a more like junk journaling section where I will create another but bigger like on paper mood board and collage, and I will just repeat the same process that I do for my monthly spreads as well. I will go into Pinterest, pick a color that reflects that quarter of the year. Again, find pictures, PNGs, quotes that I feel like reflect how I envision this quarter going and how I want to feel and remind myself of throughout these 3 months. And then I will first on the page write the header and my goals. I personally like to pick 5 goals per quarter. I feel like if you set too many goals for yourself, it's not attainable and it's very overwhelming. I feel like 5 is a sweet spot. I like to set bigger goals and things that I want to have achieved by the end of those 3 months. I like to make all of these goals in particular very tangible and specific. So I don't just say, oh, I want to do well in college. No, I wrote down I want to start college with a 4.0. Getting super specific makes them a lot more tangible and achievable since you know exactly what you're striving for. And again, the whole mood board collage situation isn't necessary. It's just something fun I like to incorporate. So that is how I plan out my life and set goals for myself. If you guys enjoyed this week's video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe for new inspirational, motivating videos like this one. I hope you guys have a great start to 2021. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys next week.